Hello BookTube, my name is Elizabeth and welcome to Book Babble. So first I want to say that it is so early in the morning. It is only 7:30 in the morning here and I have no natural light whatsoever. So I'm sorry if the video quality is not as good today. That's a bummer, but it's okay. You guys can see me in the books fine. So today I am going to be doing my Biannual Bibliothon wrap up and I'm going to kind of talk about what I'm going to be reading for the first day of Read-O-Rama, which is today. Read-O-Rama officially started for me at midnight. I'm just so excited. So let me go ahead and start with the Biannual Bibliothon wrap up and then we'll go into what I'm reading for the first day of Read-O-Rama. So the first book that I read for the Biannual Bibliothon was Mouse 2 by Art Spiegelman. I read this for the challenge to read a book that is about a issue that you were passionate about, and I really wanted to read a book that was about discrimination, and this is the only thing I had really. I would have liked to read something that was closer to our time period instead of World War II, but if you really think about it, all World War II was, and the murder of all of the Jews and all of that stuff was just pure discrimination. The Nazis were afraid of something that was different from their own, and then they got rid of all of them just because they were discriminatory towards them. It's just ridiculous. But anyway, I read this for the issue that I'm passionate about. I read Mouse 1 right before the readathon, and I really liked both of them. It's a very sad story. I mean, of course, it's the Art Spiegelman. It's his dad's story of his time in the concentration camps and in Nazi Germany and that area of Europe. And it's just a very sad story, but it was very enlightening, and I really enjoyed it. I think I gave both of them a 4.5 out of 5 stars. After Mouse 1 and Mouse 2, I picked up Boxers by Jin Lun Yang, I think is how you say his name, and I read this for the challenge to read a book that is set in a country that is not your own, and this is set during the Boxer Rebellion in China. I enjoyed this. I thought it was going to be more based on historical fact, but it actually brought some Chinese mythology into it, which I thought was kind of cool, but it wasn't exactly what I was expecting. I gave this a 4 out of 5 stars. After Boxers, I read Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban for my reread a book from your childhood, and of course this is amazing. Another 5 out of 5 stars. I mean, it's Harry Potter, there's really not much you can say about it. After Harry Potter, I read The Tales of Beedle the Bard by J.K. Rowling. I read this for my read a companion novel type thing, and this was a perfect book for the readathon. I read it in about an hour, and it's just super short and knocked off one of my challenges. I really enjoyed it, just the tales of the childhood stories. It was kind of cool that, magical people in the Harry Potter world have similar fairy tales than what we do, except for it's a little bit different, and all of the things from Dumbledore, like he wrote his thoughts on each of the stories after each one, and then J.K. Rowling, as herself, wrote in footnotes and stuff like that. So I just thought that was really interesting and cute. All these little Harry Potter companion novels, I think, are just fabulous, and I really love reading them. After my companion novel, I decided to pick up Paper Towns. I got the audiobook edition because it was the only edition that my library had available. I'm at the end of the 3rd CD, and there's 8 CDs in total, I think. No, there's 7. So I didn't get to finish it, so I'm probably going to have to put this on hold while I am doing the Read-O-Rama, but I did not know that Paper Towns was set in Orlando, Florida, where I've lived for 15, 20, a long time. Since 4th grade I lived in Orlando, Florida, and just all of the things like Disney and SeaWorld and a lot of different parts of Orlando that I've been to. It was just really, I've never read a book that's based in Orlando, so it was just really cool to see these characters going to places that I've been, where I grew up in, talking about different streets like Princeton. I've been there. My parents used to work right off of Princeton at the hospital downtown. It's just that was the thing I most enjoyed so far about Paper Towns, and that's just really something unique to people who only live in Orlando. I think there's only some things that you can really appreciate about a book being set where you're from. It's just really cool. So I really enjoyed that. Other than where the setting, where it takes place, The story itself, I really enjoy. The characters are very dynamic. Margot is just a very unique character. She flies up the seat of her pants type character, and I'm really enjoying that. I can't wait to finish this story. There's just so much going on. I really enjoyed it. I think this is on track to get a 4 out of 5 stars, if not a 5 out of 5 stars, depending on how it ends. Since I was listening to the Paper Towns audiobook and I just can't like take that with me all everywhere and listen to it, I was really just listening to it in my car, and then I was listening to it like when I was cooking or doing dishes or something like that. I picked up the Paladin Prophecy by Mark Frost for all those other times where I just couldn't listen to the audiobook, so I was reading them both at the same time. And this was my DNF book, and Paper Towns was the group book challenge. The Paladin Prophecy was the DNF book. I had read like 25-30 pages of this when I had to put it down because of moving and stuff. I enjoyed the book, I just didn't have the time to put into it. So, and I wasn't able to finish it this time either. It was like the last 2 days of the readathon and I was just really, really busy. I got to page 235. This book is a little confusing and there's a lot going on, so I really think that I need to read it outside of a readathon where I have the time and the energy to put into it and I can really focus on the characters and what's going on in the plot and all that good stuff. But I'm going to pick this up back after the Read-O-Rama because I really do enjoy it. I don't know if you saw my last video, my Biannual Bibliothon TBR, but I talked about my dog eating my book. But anyway, I am enjoying it. I just need to pick it up after the readathon, and I think I will have more time to dedicate to this. So now on to day 1 of the Read-O-Rama. The first book that I decided to pick up was Ready Player One by Ernest Cline. I don't know if you can see that. I've been reading it all morning. I've only been up for like an hour. Well, I read a little bit last night after it turned midnight, and I've only been up for an hour, and I've been reading it this morning too. And it says I am on page 33 of 375, which is 10% in. So that's not too bad to only be reading for about an hour, 2 hours, to be 10% in. I really hope that I can finish this book today because, you know, I need to read a book a day, and all of my books are big books. I'll link my TBR for the Read-O-Rama down below if you guys haven't seen it, and you can see all the big books that I'm reading for this challenge, and it's just, I really hope that I can finish them all and complete all the challenges. Fingers crossed, but it's going to be a daunting task. Anyway, so Ready Player One, I am really, really enjoying so far, even though I'm only like 10% into it. I know that it's in the future, so I really thought that it was going to be like this bright, shiny, very technologically advanced future, and it is technologically advanced, but the whole world is basically poor and starving and living in dumps and stuff, and so that part I wasn't expecting, but I like it that it was something that I wasn't expecting. I liked the change. I will be back maybe tonight if I finish this book and I start another one, maybe tomorrow morning. I don't know. I'm going to be doing a video at least every day, every single day of the Read-O-Rama to give you guys an update of stuff and all that good stuff. Today, Katie over Kids Can Read is hosting. I don't know if I mentioned that, but I really, really hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Comment down below and let me know if you're participating in the Read-O-Rama, if you haven't made a TBR already, or message us on Twitter or Instagram, or made a TBR video. If I don't know that you're participating, let me know in the comments below, because I am making a shout out video at the end of the week for everyone who participates. But I will see you guys next time. Bye!